Waterfield News with Ben Kinney.
Good evening. We'll get to those stories in a moment, but first, a variety of extreme weather conditions are headed our way. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist James DeFazio tracking it all. We start out with an alert day for tonight. Possibly some strong storms we're looking at. What are we looking at? When's it going to hit? What are some of the biggest impacts?
Tonight we have an alert day. It's going to begin right at midnight. We have an alert day for tonight into tomorrow morning, and then as well as alert days in for the heat on Monday and Tuesday. And what we're tracking for this alert day is storms to arrive in convection with, or in association with, a mesoscale convective system, which is basically a large cluster of thunderstorms. These are going to come approaching in from the north, move in from the north to the south overnight tonight. We think they're going to begin to arrive in the North Country right around 1 a.m., exit the southern tier around 4 a.m. And we're going to keep tracking this very closely, and we're going to continue to track this very closely as the night progresses. This heat wave continues to look probable as we head into tomorrow, after highs being at 85 degrees today. Yes, it does appear that temperatures are going to be about 10 full degrees warmer on Monday and Tuesday. So we are still tracking this very warm weather that's going to arrive. Hot weather. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. A couple of sprinkles to the west, but all in all, dry weather is going to prevail for the most part of the first part of this evening. Tonight, some pretty clouds showing up across downtown Utica. 83 degrees with mostly sunny skies out in Rome. Tonight, we're going to be tracking the return of these storms as well as this warm weather settling in. Coming up, we're going to break down hour by hour when those storms do arrive. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. Because of the extreme heat, the Utica City School District has made some changes to their schedule. On Monday and Tuesday, high school Regents exams will be held in air-conditioned rooms. Pre-K through 8th grade classes will have a half day. The middle school will dismiss at 11 a.m. Elementary schools at noon. Lunches will still be served to all students on a half-day schedule. A home in Milford was damaged by a fire this morning. It was called
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. Meteorologist James DeFazio here. We're continuing to track primarily mostly sunny skies across central New York. However, things are going to change as we head into the overnight tonight. Take a look at the Nexus Cam. Beautiful, beautiful altocumulus clouds across the sky right now. Very picturesque clouds. These are some of my favorite cloud types when the sun illuminates above them. It just creates a very, very picturesque look to the sky and the horizon. Highs currently, or temperatures currently, into the low 80s after highs being in the mid 80s. Tonight, an alert day goes into effect at midnight because we're tracking the possibility for strong storms to arrive overnight tonight. The chance for widespread wind damage is possible, not probable, not likely, but possible. Storms would arrive as early as 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. It's what our in-house computer model is indicating. Some other data is indicating that they arrive a tad later into the morning, but all in all, they do arrive overnight tonight. So as of now, my best guess is 1 to 4 a.m., but we're going to continue to track and update that if needed. Showers and storms continue into tomorrow morning, but they will be much weaker and not nearly as many severe parameters with the showers and storms that work through tomorrow morning. Dry weather works in tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then heat and humidity return in force. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, a couple of light sprinkles out there, but the real show comes in later tonight. We'll see that on the Skycast coming up here in just a moment. 83 degrees with mostly sunny skies in Rome. It's quite humid. That dew point is above 65, making for very humid conditions. It's quite muggy out there. We have an area of high pressure which is going to build in later this week, but before it does so, tonight we have an area of a cluster of thunderstorms called a mesoscale convective system that's going to dive in from the north, and it's going to come in hot and heavy really quickly in the association with the passage of a front. And when it does so, we're going to see widespread showers and storms. This particular model is a little bit slower on its arrival time, showing arrivals between 2 and 4 a.m. Skycast a little bit earlier. Regardless, this heat wave still looks probable to likely. 90 to 95 degrees Sunday through Monday. A heat advisory goes into effect at noon on Monday. It looks like we're going to see highs above 90 degrees on Sunday, Monday, and on Tuesday. Possibility for a true heat wave with 3 consecutive 90-degree days. Take a look at Skycast for this evening. As I have it stopped here at 1 a.m., these storms begin to enter Oneida County. 2 a.m., they get a little bit more across central Oneida County. By 3 a.m., they're working through the Mohawk Valley. And by 4 a.m., they begin to work out of central New York. The rest of Sunday morning, we just see some scattered lighter showers and storms before drier weather settles in for the remainder of Sunday with warm temperatures, highs up into the 80s. We're going to continue to track these storms as well as their arrival time. We're going to be here all night tonight, keeping a close eye on that. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, I did add a thunderstorm icon to tomorrow. However, those storms are only going to happen tomorrow morning. Dry weather settles in for the second half of the day. Dual alert days Monday and Tuesday for that extreme heat. Heat advisories in effect, highs in the mid-90s. Showers and thunderstorms later in the week. A tad cooler as we end the week and approach next weekend.
Of the day is an alert day that's in effect. Let's head over to the Weather Center meteorologist James DeFazio. And what we're looking at is exactly what we're seeing on the models, almost to the minute of what we're seeing. So again, let's just recap. Has the potential to bring some wind.
We're looking at some widespread thunderstorms tonight, and some of them are going to pack a punch. We have an alert day in effect because these storms are going to be quite strong, and we're going to see quite of us are going to see them across central New York. Not all of us. It's not a guarantee. That's why we say possibility. But widespread wind damage is going to occur somewhere. It's not likely. It's not probable, but it's absolutely possible. And as these storms begin to develop, it's becoming plausible. Storms arrived between 2 to 5 a.m. this morning. The other story is the heat wave that is on the way. We are close to 90 degrees for a high tomorrow, into the mid-90s on Monday and Tuesday. Very, very hot weather working in. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. A couple of sprinkles showing up here, but none of these are really reaching the ground. We're really tracking what's back up in southern Ontario, just to the north of the Canadian, or just to the north of the New York-Canadian border. That is going to be dropping south and bringing us those storms. Partly to mostly cloudy skies across downtown Utica. No pun intended, but yes, the calm before the storm. 76 degrees with clear skies in Rome. Very humid with dew points still above 65. That humidity is going to stay up. Tonight, temperatures stay relatively stable. Thunderstorms develop by the middle of the night. We're going to be tracking those coming up in full weather. Not just when they arrive, but when they come to an end and how hot we get this week. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. Because of the extreme heat, the city school district has announced they've made some changes to their schedule. On Monday and Tuesday, high school regents exams will be held in air-conditioned rooms. Pre-K through grade 8 classes will have a half day. The middle school will dismiss at 11 a.m. Elementary schools will dismiss at noon. Lunches will still be served to students on a half-day schedule. A home in Milford was damaged by...
Storm Tracker 2 provides weather updates based on your location. Sign into the app for your hourly to daily weather forecasts. There are many features within this app, such as radar for not only precipitation, but clouds and temperatures as well. This information is provided by our local meteorologists. All of these features blend to create an easy application for you to use. Find Storm Tracker 2 now on both the App Store and Google Play.
Come get your Children's Miracle Drawing ticket in person, Wednesday, July 2nd at Shenantries from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and be entered to win a Utica basket. They'll be on site accepting cash, check, or credit card. So come get your Children's Miracle Drawing ticket before they're gone.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. We're tracking showers and storms overnight tonight that are going to be quite strong before plenty of hot, humid air arrives for several days. Take a look at downtown Utica, where we're in, no pun intended, yes, pun intended, calm before the storm. Primarily clear skies. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s across the region, and temperatures are going to be stable. Actually may even rise a degree or two before these storms arrive. Strong storms arrive tonight between 2 and 5 a.m. We're going to continue to track those. As the night progresses, we're going to have someone monitoring the radar throughout the night. Showers and storms continue into tomorrow morning. and they may continue into the beginning of tomorrow afternoon. We do dry out in full by tomorrow evening, and then heat and humidity with it return in full force. Very warm, humid weather for Sunday evening, Monday, and Tuesday. Your York Foot Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing just a couple of sprinkles working through the North Country, but let's take a look at what we're really concerned with. This is a mesoscale convective system, or an MCS, basically a cluster of thunderstorms that is working in from the north, and this is going to continue to intensify actually as it approaches the New York Canadian border. And I'm going to turn the lightning on now just to give you an idea of what the level of convection we're dealing with here. There is a ton of lightning in these storms, and if you do stay awake tonight for the arrival of these storms, we're going to have one heck of a light show. Whether we see wind damage or not, that remains to be seen. We'll see how strong these storms are going to be, but the lightning is going to be there regardless. 76 degrees with clear skies in Rome, very humid conditions with dew points above 65, a 66-degree dew point. With this threat for severe storms expanding and continuing to grow, the Storm Prediction Center has expanded the slight risk a bit farther south to include all of Oneida County and to include most of Madison and Otsego County as well. And we're going to see these rounds of showers and storms continue into the morning tomorrow before this warm, humid air builds in. By next week, today, highs were 85 degrees. We're looking at a full 10 degrees warmer on Monday and Tuesday with higher levels of humidity. It is going to be dangerously hot. Heat advisory goes into effect at noon tomorrow and stays into effect for 3 consecutive days. Here come those strong storms between 2 and 5 a.m. We all get the wake-up call. Widespread straight line winds work through relatively quickly. We're going to see some strong storms work through. Lighter, non-severe storms continue tomorrow morning before things calm down for the remainder of Sunday. The 7-day forecast, let's talk a little bit more about what to expect tonight. Overnight tonight, those strong storms arrive between 2 and 5 a.m. Our primary concerns are straight line wind gusts and heavy rainfall. We're going to continue to monitor those severe parameters in the radar closely. The showers come to an end by the evening hours of Sunday. Double alert days to start the week due to the extremely high heat and humidity, highs in the mid-90s. Showers and storms continue Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Summer looks to stay around despite the upper 70s Saturday. Plenty of 80-degree weather in the long-range forecast.